position for Silencer. This seems to be rather static lane as well right now. Neither side really trying to get aggressive. Well, top lane appears to be where all the action's breaking out right now. Zhao Ma getting chased down on the tusk is barely going to survive, and a nice shot to turn them back around. In fact, they're trapped up. The Treants are not letting them out. Helios forced to Furry Fire up, but it's not enough. A perfect shots turnaround from Zhao Ma. And XM, he'll be very satisfied.
Get maximum value out of that early BKB timing from Dolphin. If you don't, you're giving a lot of room for a side of outsiders to keep bulking up and whittle that BKB duration away.
Dolphin could be in danger. He's a very tanky boy though, so the turnaround is there onto Zhao Ma. Dolphin though getting trapped up by the shards, and Zhao Ma still running. Does eventually go down, but Dolphin, he's the much bigger target. Still, in comes TZY. Echoes, he can't really survive this. Eventually will drop. So they do find a decent trade in the mid lane here with these mid laners. It is going to be a 2-for-1 at the end of the day as well. And you kind of ask yourself who that's more worth it for, because it is a 2-for-1, but at the very least, Dolphin did die before you saw Echo die. So, you know, XP going the Zeus's way, but it's a 2-for-1. Pretty hard to know who won that one out. Meanwhile, bottom though, Fontaine's going to drop. That one's pretty obvious. So, outsiders from China, they are not slowing down. Onto Gore they go. And that should be another. The chase is on. Spear will land eventually from Ava. And the tier 1 bottom tower now under siege here from outsiders. Not really much LBZS can do to defend this.
That's the words. Your offlane kind of gets a much needed EXP on top of that. You will have to play in the jungle early for Fonte. We're playing a much more dangerous lane down bot, as there is a lot of kill opportunity coming out from outsiders, but this is an SF.
Dolphin's very aggressive in that mid lane. Arena's going to land as well from Ava, and they've even got another. Gore going to be there to try and help Dolphin out, but is going to drop, and we're now outsiders. They'll move into the mid tier 1 tower.
It's a strong start for outsiders. 2-6, finding that bot tier 1, taking over this bot jungle as well. Outside, just keeping track, getting some vision going for his team. He is all alone here, though.
Yeah, that he is. Outside should die here. As Dolphin's going to rotate with the Dragon Tail stun. And that's going to be more than enough to take them out. Looks like Fonte will snag the kill for himself on the SF. Meanwhile, top side, they are looking at trying to pick off Zhao Ma here on the tusk. Helios, no problem landing a bushwhack, and with the pulverize, surely you're going to have enough. Zhao Ma going to buy himself a little bit of space. We'll go for a snowball into the creeps. Shards away. Onslaught will connect, however, and that will be that. But Fonte drops at the bot lane. Ava and Echo able to secure the killers now. Gore is being chased down on the Treant. Ava not going to be able to close the gap here to land a nice spear off onto the Treant Protector. But you do find the position 1 SF, and now even mid lane, Dolphin's being chased down again. They don't seem to have enough mana for this. They're even going to bring XM in to try and help out, but Dolphin still taking through it. Echo now the one taking too much damage. Onslaught will fly through, and TZY should be able to chase down the Zeus. No problem, as they'll go for even more now, but TZY getting a little bit low. Snowball will be there from Zhao Ma onto Fonte to try and help out, and now the global silence. This is not looking good for LBZS. They are falling like flies. Helios is forced to run. And it looked kind of bad for a moment once you lost.
To get the successful pulverized play, try to run down these squishier targets in the back line if you can find them. The issue is your map control is so limited that you don't have that many angles to take. Zhao Ma's just hanging around as well. They've got good vision here. Although
Zhao Ma to be locked down long enough. Helios will be happily taking the kill there on the Hoodwink. That's really the only combo you've got at the moment. Top lane in the meantime, Fonte's been caught. Like, this is just not the trades you want. Gorgo's going to try to help with the overgrowth, but it means nothing. Echo Z shows up. They find a double for him on the Zeus. More install in here for outside. And if you're LBZS at the moment, you're just kind of sitting here.
All you need is Eva's Blink. There's no threat to kind of stop them from coming in. They have all this aggressive ways of initiating. And LBZS, maybe just sticking together as a team. They're kind of clumped up top.
Yeah, TZY, I mean, he gets caught out bottom side. That's kind of the issue. Someone needed to stay back to try and defend this tier 2 bottom tower, but Thunder God's Wrath will reveal TZY's position.
Oh, Helios. There was no enemy here near him. He literally died to Thunder Gods and the Nature's Wrath downs. That's unfortunate.
Oh, wow.
That's the global strat kicking in.
Right. I mean, Hoodwink's one of those heroes, man. It's so soft. Like, it's such a squishy support. His top lane. Well, Fonte, he's gonna find something for his trouble. Problem is, he's probably set to lose his life again. As Echo's just kind of playing with him. He's pump faking the lightning bolt. And now Gorgor. I mean, they know he's in there somewhere. They'll find him perfectly. Eventually, he will be set to fall as well as Outsiders. Looking just so dominant throughout this game, number one. And John, I mean, I don't want to provide you with the hard questions here. In fact, hold that thought, because there is more action breaking out. Onslaught is there onto outside. They're going to try and go for a sharpshooter play, and they will land it. But that is practically the only target they can really kill at the moment. Maybe the Tusk.
What brings them back into this game? I'm just worried, because while you wait for that BKB, and XM's going to have his own up, Echoes is going to have his full Ags up and running at that point. This global strategy is kind of terrifying if you're right next to a creep wave as well, and
certainly is.
Your options are limited.
Oh my god. I mean, it's just so hard to watch it. Like, you know, you get one person to initiate, and that's usually Xiao Ma, and everyone else is just, they are looking for a bit of a fight. LBZS have rotated. Question is, are they comfortable to try and force this fight? Because again, they only have one BKB, and that's the Dragon Knight Dolphin. In we go.
Got TCY's as well, though.
Jump in. That'll be Helios Skull. Fine, they have two BKBs. We'll see if they get to use them here in this this team fight.
It's not really making a difference just yet.
Here we go. XM gets jumped, pops his own BKB, and just goes for the man fight. They do at least find Zhao Ma. It's something, but the problem is TZY is just melting to the right click. They won't finish him off though. Gleipnir is out. Maybe they can find XM. That's a huge target, and never mind, they can. Well, there you go, John. A bit of caster's curse right there. The BKBs, they do matter. This Dolphin. He's going to go for a bit of a chase down to outside. Should have another. Dragon Tail's up and ready. We'll pop it. The Dolphin's taking a fair bit of damage here from Echo, but it's not going to matter. He has the backup. He'll tank through it. Though I say that the Nimbus does kick in and barely gets him. Right on the edge. It's still a great team fight for LBZS, though. You can't really take that away.
A little bit of a slower movement, but Roche is actually staying alive a little bit longer. They might have a window here.
Now, if they want to onslaught right now, it's probably the chance. It's Roshan. No, it's gone. Slight bit of hesitation, and now Dolphin. He'll get caught out. Ava's got a 3-man arena up. It's a perfect initiation. The Global Silence comes in. That'll be one down. Dolphin will be able to TP out just in the nick of time. And TZY, he will run the old-fashioned way, but Fonte's been left behind. Spear is there, lock down the SF and just completely blow him up. The Sprout is out as well, catching out too. They are just melting. Overgrowth does at least lock down a couple. And Zhao Ma will lose his life. But now the mid-racks is, or rather mid-tier 2 is open. And Outsiders, they can go right for it. Echoes, he's by himself. If they could touch that target, it'd be amazing. Problem is, he'll just TP away. Perfect timing for him. Screw back up with the team, and they know. They know exactly where they are. They had an observer ward watching Fonte's movement. So in they go. Outsiders through the river. Gonna find Helios immediately, and he is just deleted. Completely gone. It's pulverized out onto Zhao Ma, but this is only gonna set up more, I think, for Outsiders. They can just start moving in now. Arena is down. Catching out TZY. He is just a sitting duck. Dolphin is still trying to chase outside. He's leashed up. He can't move. He'll try to run after the silencer, but he's just dead. That's your mid-DK chasing a pos 4.
From Outsiders, it's happening. You've got the Thundergods to scout. You've got the non-committal. A Tusk can just commit to these fights without really worrying about it, living or dying. And you've got that follow-through from Ava. So, for LBZS, any wrong move is just punished.
Fonte. Yeah, I mean, you talk about wrong moves here, John. Fonte, I don't know if I call this one a wrong move, but it is a move that gets him deleted here. Zhao Ma and XM just to move in. You're at that stage of the game where you literally just can't show on the map anymore. Zhao Ma, he's going to go right onto Gorgor, locks him down, and the Treant is eventually going to drop this Dolphin. No. Dolphin's jumped in. Onslaught is kind of just going to be whiffed. You might find Zhao Ma, but no, the Ethereal Blade's going to save. They can't land the Sharpshooter either. Oh, it's such a rough affair. And hell, they even see the Hoodwink. Outsiders just outclassing LBZS in game 1. finishing the game off in 28 minutes. And I'll tell you what, John, they made it look easy. This was a very dominant victory here from Outsiders. As Fonte, he is just straight up disconnected. He's not happy.
Oh yeah, it's one versus once again. You call the GG, the timer's going down, just disconnect. Coming out from LBZS here, and having a strong start for Fonte should help provide some aggression that can tie in. The one lane we haven't really looked at as well has been that mid, although they are trying to get aggressive top. Again, no mana in TZY, that's dangerous.
Helios, he's the one in danger right now. Gust is there to cancel the charge, and First Blood will go the way of Outside. Obviously, you'd much prefer XM takes it in the Drow, but he's just free farming. He doesn't care. What else can he do across the map? He's currently hanging around that mid-river, trying to secure the 6-minute power rune, and that's fair enough. Echoes is just going to move in happily, though. Luckily, Dolphin does pick up a nice regen rune for himself, but he might need to use it very soon, because he is going to find himself in danger. Tombstone will be dropped. They do even rotate Gore here to try and help out, but it looks like the CM will just go down as Echoes. He is not backing off. Dolphin is just being chased to the ends of the earth, and he's just gone. Helios, he will continue trying to just run away and will make it out. But that poor Leshrac.
Darkseer and Earth, it's Earth Spirit. Darkseer.
Oh my goodness. How embarrassing. Dolphin. I mean, you might be doing bad right now, John, but Dolphin, he's having an even rougher time at the moment on this Leshrac. He's dropping, and he is gone. And I say that not as if Dolphin's playing bad, but it's just a bad game for him at the moment, is what I was implying. Xiaoma. Bottom side, he's going to be okay for now, though Helios does have charge up. He will commit it. You've got Gorgor there. Oh, he gets lucky with the bash. Well, of course he does. Oh, Xiaoma, he's not going to be happy about that. I mean, it's one of those things that 17% kicks in, just nothing you can do about it.
The bigger loss is really the vision. Like the D-ward coming up from Gorgor, that's why he risked his life there. And now a charge opportunity.
In mid lane, another bash coming out. Echoes. He will go down. I mean, what do you do? Wait, the guy bashes on command. What the hell do you do? Bottom lane. You try and gank the Jug, I suppose. That's a really harsh kind of reality for LBZS. Like, they've got 4 heroes up here. But they just can't take the top tier 1 tower. In fact, they might be the ones in danger soon if they're not too cautious. Outside, he'll get charged up. There's going to be the Omni Slash as well, though it's not quite enough to kill him, but eventually they will find it. Primal split out from SRF. They will move in onto the Spirit Breaker, but want the Jug much more. Seems like they will just let the Ricky chase the Jug, as they will eventually just find Helios. Meanwhile, Fonte is still running away here from Xiaoma, as they even found TZY on the Darkseer. TZY, Surge is not available right now, so he'll just drop the wall to try and get away. Has the vacuum as well. Doesn't seem like he'll make it out. Instead, Gorgor gonna try and chase down Echoes here, but there is your lasso holding him down. Echoes will walk away. And he's gonna be okay. He's fine to just get out. Meanwhile, Fonte is still being chased down.
So not much play coming out from SRF here, and that should lead to the push opportunity lining up for LBZS. I don't see a big fight Outsiders can take here without their ults.
Charge in, they're onto SRF, but he's perfectly fine to just keep going. It's now a massive smoke screen holding down the Leshrac. Dolphin is just getting annihilated by Outsiders. They even find Gorgor. And again, that top tier 1 tower, it is just not being left to go down.
They are charging him Xiaoma. This could be a nice kill for them.
Could be. Xiaoma, he'll have a blink target now in XM, and he does have a Drow to help. In fact, Outside's going to move in, and there's a very nice cast. XM just waiting for the perfect bait from Xiaoma. They'll drop a vacuum wall. It's just not enough. It's not doing the damage. Though XM, he's getting bashed to an oblivion. He is going to go down. Never mind. The Drow just kind of got forgotten about. And that'll be Outside to drop as well. So LBZS, they make it work. Yes, they do lose the mid Leshrac, but it's probably worth what they get for it.
Objective they need. I think we're starting to see a lot of issues come out for Outsiders, though. Like, with just how fast you are on LBZS, the dart might not be enough for you to keep finding these kills.
Mid lane, bit of a jump in. TZY again is just going to melt. Xiaoma in the meantime going right after the Spirit Breaker. Gorgor's been left to just die to zombies, and Helios, well, God knows Helios isn't getting out of this one. He'll just charge straight onto that creep wave. We'll go down. Had no vision of any other creep waves across the map, so he could not get away. And again, Roshan is still open.
They've got the right idea as to where XM is at, drawing a line down bot here.
They do, LBZS. They'll infiltrate that dire jungle. Looking at that mid lane, SRF will show on the creep wave. Not exactly the target you want to jump immediately, but they're going to try. Problem is, again, he is very, very tanky to activate that pipe. SRF, though, getting bashed up again, will go down. And now a very nice vacuum wall is out from our Darkseer, but it won't matter. TZY will still melt. Meanwhile, Helios, he'll get sleeping darted up by Xiaoma. Mid-charge, so he is set to fall. And it's going to be a 2-for-1 in the end. Favorable trade to go the way of outsiders from China. It was a decent start, but the thing is, when you take... You certainly won't. Xiaoma, speaking of the Ricky, currently underneath Sentry and Observer Ward, so they know he's around. Xiaoma trying to sneak up for a sleeping dart is going to find TZY. He tried to go for the surge. It is still running, so he has a chance to try and get away from this, but the lasso is going to ensure TZY cannot escape, and now Xiaoma, he's got another one ready. He'll catch the CM. It's the cherry on top. Frostbite, it's only going to delay the inevitable. XM will happily take the kill, and they are right by the Roshan pit, so it's Roshan time. Why the hell not? Oh well. And there's going to be a 4-man smoker. Happy days for them, John. They've got a double damage rune to pick up if they want it. Unless outsiders pick it up first, they're both looking for it. It's a bait. It's a bait from both sides. XM, he's the one to pick it up. A massive vacuum wall, however. TZY gonna lock them all down. XM being chased, running for his life, eventually will fall. Did have the Aegis, but won't have the double damage any longer. Gonna have to try and force a fight. XM will stand his ground. He is completely surrounded though. And with that LBZS, they will clean up. Now they can really go for a big chase. SRF, he'll be the next target. Split Earth will land. And Helios, he'll charge right in, but he's a tanky boy. Still tanking through it is SRF, but the vacuum, or rather, just the vacuum was there. Outside, still trying on the Undying, is going to go down as well. And this just might be the turning point for LBZS, as they now take the net worth lead. Just less than 1k. North, the team is running north. Helios by himself at the moment. Instead, outside is going to be spotted out here by Fonte. Charges immediate. Xiaoma. Oh, that's a big back wall. It lands on 4, but there's no follow-up. 0 follow-up to the massive vacuum. Lasso catches out Fonte. They've got the jug. Fonte trying to run, but he will drop. Helios is going to run. Instead, TZY gets caught out in the Darkseer. Oh, he's going to be feeling so bad after that. He sets up a 4-man back wall and there's no one there to follow up after it.
It goes back to that play down bot. They've got a good position to just pull that area smoked out from outsiders here.
Trying to move in right before the Undying respawns. Sleeping Dart is there. They found Helios on the Spirit Breaker and now the Lasso. It's got TZY, but they need the damage. XM, he's popped the double damage rune. There's your back wall out into the Omni Slash, but the Omni is bouncing all around the wrong targets. It was onto SRF's Primal Split Brewlings, and now the vacuum. Dolphin, he's on the high ground. He's just stuck on the cliff. I think he blinked up there to make matters worse. So his team, they are just melting on the low ground. Oh, Fonte is going to go down very, very soon. It seems though he does try to spin away, but SRF is right on the chase. Fonte somehow TPing out is going to be all right. But it's 3 down. Roshan's 15 seconds away from respawning.
The electric one, you heal someone up. Suddenly you just open up this avenue and take a 4v5 every 20 seconds. Play your cards are Dolphin.
Oh, Dolphin, that's a very aggressive play. TZY is there with the vac, trying to set up here for a good team fight. It's still not looking amazing for them. Dolphin is melting. XM, he might lose his first life, and he eventually, surely will and does. They've even found SRF and Xiaoma. So not a bad team fight so far. Maybe the setup does work out. XM, though, going to try and juke and jive, but the Omni Slash going to fly right through the drow. And LBZS, it's 4 down for the price of 1. You've got to be happy about that.
They get some punishment. Like they do manage.
Try for the high ground again. Alternatively, you could just wait for Roshan. We'll see what they want, but there is going to be a 5-man smoke here from LBZS, so they might be forced to fight. Smoke could be broken here by outside, but no. Echoes, he does find the smoke himself. In goes Fontaine. A lasso is out on TZY. They found that pesky Darkseer once again on TZY. He never got the wall off in time. It was only the vacuum. Dolphins trying to TP, but no, the damage. The damage is just too high from XM. There's no buyback on TZY. That should open up at least the bot rack.
And they've got the angle in. And creep waves coming up, backdoor is taken away. Without the threat of the back wall, you don't have much to be scared of. You still have some BKBs ready to go as well on the side of outsiders.
Jump in. Charges there. Fonte gonna follow up here onto outside, just trying to get rid of this Undying, but he is still alive. Freezing Field won't do enough either. In goes Dolphin to try and chase down the Undying, but now he's in trouble. He just bought back. He has just bought back, and he's going right back to the graveyard. Laughs out from Echoes. Gorgor's gonna die anyway on the CM. And it's probably around that time to call it. You haven't got the buybacks to defend this. They could continue trying. Jump in. Echoes looking for a lasso.
Bash?
Fonte is there with the bashes. Xiaoma gonna be okay to survive through this as well, as now Helios is the one in danger. They still need another 45 seconds for their left track to be back up. No wall, nothing really available here to set up a team fight. Only vacuum and your charge, but Helios might just drop and does. He is down for 90 seconds. T4 Towers now going down as well. There's TZY with the vacuum, but it does nothing. Lasso is out onto the Juggernaut, holding him down, and that's it. He is down without buyback. They'll call it GG. LBZS, they will drop their first series of Division 2 for China. And Outsiders, well, they get a pretty convincing 2-0 victory here over the side of LBZS.